This is the start of a golden that I tried for, becoming something that I began to enjoy. This is the tale of my run to do the winged golden berry. The winged golden requires you to do chapter 1, the Forsaken City, but without a single dash being used. Because of its difficulty, it's not like a regular golden where, unlike it, you can die and still be able to get the winged golden. Doesn't mean it'll be easy though. These first two rooms alone already shows that I'll have to learn some new things about Celeste if I'll even want to get anywhere close to that winged golden. The first requires this method known as a coyote jump, where you can jump up to 5 frames after walking off a ledge, which is needed to get up from the metal platform. Getting through this set of spikes, however, is going to be a bit more complicated. It requires what is known as a corner boost. When grabbing a wall from the top, you will slide down a bit off of it to the highest point where you'll be able to climb it. But if you were to jump from that top before sliding down, it'll give you enough distance to cross the gap of spikes. The next 4 rooms are very straightforward, as they can be beaten normally without any of these new tech, despite me doing this room's climb a bit weird for some reason. But that ends when we get to the first checkpoint, the crossing. This room isn't just a 5 spike gap, it's 6. This requires already having momentum while doing the corner boost method, either by getting a running start from the left hall or the ledge above it like I did, or by mapping a second jump button and jumping twice at nearly the same time. Just past this 2 seconds of spikes, up above, or drop down and corner boost off the wall down here to get to the wooden platform. You may need a second corner boost if you didn't get enough like I did. I got so excited when I did it, but that's only the beginning, as the next needs 2 jump buttons to be mapped, so you can press them quick enough to get the kick off the first wall and then a corner kick off the spike wall right above to give enough distance and height to make it to the other side. The next 3 rooms here are actually pretty simple despite me dying here somehow. This room, however, is different. Usually when you do this room, you use this ice block above, which falls to the gap to help you get to the crumbling platform. What I'll have to do instead is jump in the gap the ice block covers, lower specifically to this spot here, before jumping over the ledge and corner kicking off the other side, giving me barely enough height to reach the crumbling platform and climb to the top. The rest of the second section, however, is pretty basic to understand, and even this first room of Chasm, up until we get here, the second room. This is where the pain truly begins. First, you'll need to jump to the small wall and corner boost to the wall on the right. Now, there's a problem with this part, as I've already used a good amount of stamina, and if I climbed up here like normal, I'd run out quickly before I even get close to that wooden platform. That's why there's another piece of new tech. Welcome to neutral wall kicks. Regular wall kicks, as you see, will make you swing out, which causes you to lose height and not get anywhere. But not pressing a single direction while kicking off the wall and moving towards the wall afterwards will end up making you swing with far more height than distance, giving you overall more height and allowing you to climb up walls like this without the cost of stamina. And with that, that's only halfway over with this room, as the next jump gives me the most pain out of this entire room, which requires to get a precise jump off this spike to get to the metal platform. This part alone took me half an hour to understand, mostly because of this jump. Sometimes I wonder how Madeline even does all this. Maybe she's just determined, which is why I managed to do it. All that's left is to drop down and get a corner kick off the spike wall below. Next room, besides some tricky climbing and a corner kick, is nothing compared to the next one. First, I'll need a corner boost to get to the wall, then climbing up to the wooden platform and above the ice blocks. One thing I figured out is that you can drop this ice block to the left, and I can get a cheeky checkpoint here by changing my spawn to the top left, so that there's one less corner boost to do, as the next requires me to drop with this ice block and lower myself just enough to do right over the spikes below, and then jump over the spikes to do a corner kick off the other side to make it to the end. And with that, the final room is before me. That's all that's left in my way to get the golden wing. After getting on the right wall from this traffic block, I needed to do multiple neutral jumps up until the spot where I needed to line up this specific spot and wall kick from it, giving me just enough to barely grab the traffic block right above and launch me upwards. And with that, there's only 2 more jumps left. First one is very vanilla, and the last one is a coyote jump. There it is! I got it! Yes! Oh, man! I can dash again! Yeah, I'm exhausted, yep. Oh my god. And with that, I got the winged golden strawberry, and I can finally dash again. Going for this was incredibly fun, while learning the tech you would see only normally by doing this. Since beating this, I've actually went for other Goldens, and actually done quite a bit, actually. And if you want to see them, the entire run through this Winged Golden, or when I eventually go through Celeste 64, I'd recommend checking the links in the description for the video or my streams. With that, though, this is the end as far as the playthrough is concerned. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next time.